2025 NFL team previews: San Francisco 49ers, NFC Championship game 3 years ago, Super Bowl 2 years ago, 6 wins last year. What caused this drop off? Well, a lot of things, but the two main causes were out of the Niners' control: injuries and a brutal schedule of opponents. Week 1 last season, I had San Fran rated 5.5 points better than a league average team. By week 17 last year, I had adjusted them down more than 3 full points. That's a huge adjustment in a single season. No team underperformed more than the Niners did last year, finishing 5.5 wins below their win total. But no team suffered worse injury luck than the Niners as well. Niners had possibly the most talented roster heading into last season. Then McCaffrey goes down before opening night versus the Jets. Brandon Ayuk, he misses 10 games. Left tackle Trent Williams, 7 games missed. Defense was down key starters all season. Linebacker Dre Greenlaw missed the first 14 games of the season as he tried to return from Achilles tear the year before in the Super Bowl. Hargrave, he only played in 3 games. Hufanga only played 7 games. Fred Warner played in every game, but it was revealed later in the season that he broke his ankle in week 4 and played through it. Bosa, he only missed 3 games, but he played through a hip injury the entire second half of the season. Their team depth was like constantly tested, and they couldn't overcome it, especially against one of the toughest schedules in the league. If you just count up opponent combined wins, San Fran played the toughest strength of schedule last season. 71% of their opponents that they played went over their season win total. That was the highest in the league. Basically, every team they played, with the exception of 4 teams, exceeded their season win total. This season, the Niners catch a big break with strength of schedule. I have San Fran scheduled to play the easiest schedule in 2025. Based on my ratings, their average opponent is 1.7 points worse than a league average team. The only team they play with any significant variance that could end up playing much harder is like Chicago and Atlanta, and they face both them at home. And it's not just their opponent's strength that expects to be easy, but the way the setup of the schedule gives them like a massive edge in recovery and like the flow of the schedule. They go from a negative 22-day net rest disadvantage last season to a plus 9-day net rest advantage this season. That's a full month of added rest versus opponents this season. 8 of their final 10 games are against teams coming off road games too. They don't face a single opponent coming off a bye. In week 6, 7, and 8, the Niners have a rest advantage in all 3 games. No other team has a rest advantage in more than 2 straight games. I have San Fran favored in every game but 2. They'll play only 3 teams that made the playoffs last year and only play 2 teams that are currently in the top 10 of Super Bowl odds, fewest of any team. Based on EPA rankings from last year, the Niners will play the second easiest schedule of opponents of both offense and defense, and will play only 1 quarterback who finished inside the top 12 in EPA per dropback. That's Baker Mayfield, who finished 5th.